G'day guys, welcome to the Aussie Gooner channel guys. Welcome. We've got a massive game coming up guys, massive. It's Man United versus Arsenal. It's that lot versus us. And you know what? I know you see another body here. I know you see another face here. I know you see a whole bunch of these ugly jerseys in the background here. And I thought to myself, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this with a fellow Australian. I'm going to do it with a guy who lives and breathes Man United. So that way he can tell us why he's so confident and what the hype is all about. Borche, welcome to the channel, man. Welcome, buddy.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, mate, don't talk about my jerseys behind me, mate. Do not speak about them, man. Because I think we got these ones behind me are a lot better than the ones behind you.
Oh, no. You see what's behind me, man. You see the star-studded team behind me, man. Come on now. Don't be doing that. Any one of those players gets into your team all bloody day. You know that's true. You know it's true. You know. Come on now.
I don't know. Apparently, Henri can't get into a Chelsea team. So what luck does he have getting into a United squad?
I think Henri doesn't want to get into a Chelsea team. You know what I mean? So, why would you?
There you go. That's right. That's right.
Dude, before I start this, man, I want to ask you something. How you doing? You know, how you going? You going all right, bro?
I'm doing good, bro. I'm going, not too bad, bro. Not too bad. Keeping myself a little bit busy, you know, dropping video after video, you know, on my channel across here. But
keeping busy.
Other than that, bro, keeping busy.
That's good, bro. Not having problems sleeping or nothing, you know? Not waking up cold sweats and that, you know? Just making sure. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't rile nothing up, you know? I want to make sure you're comfortable, you know?
I'm comfortable.
You're comfortable?
I'm all good.
You're all good?
100%.
Oh, that's good. That's good. You took those drugs the doctor gave you. That's good. That's nice. That's nice, yeah. Dude, this is a big game. I know it's a big game for me and you, mainly because we're old school fans. And for us, the rivalry was always going to be there. Doesn't matter if it's now, 5 years, or 10 years from now. I'm pretty sure most Man United fans are coming into this game saying we want to win, and I'm saying pretty much the same with Arsenal fans. But I mean, we were discussing the hype, and it's the same thing. The hype behind this game, I think, lies more with the old school fans, and not, I think, more the new school fans. What do you think, man? Are you thinking the old school guys are going into this harder than the new school guys? I mean, you tell me, man.
I think the old school fans know what this is about, and no matter where we are on the table and, you know, form and what kind of form and what players we have, whether it's the Ronaldos or what managers, you know, whether it's Oli, Jose or Van Gaal or Wenger or Arteta, I think we all kind of look past all them aspects and just like, we need to win, because this game, for some reason, like, we don't want to lose against each other. Now, it's even more so now because, you know, we're kind of in that bracket of Banter FC. Banter FC, both of us sitting comfortably there, Steve, in that bracket. And I think there's a bit of a banter feel to it, as in, I don't want to be the banter team when we lose to each other. That it's kind of fighting for who's not going to be the banter team, pretty much, this fixture. but the old school fans will feel it a little bit more. No one wants to lose this game. Whether maybe some of the new school fans will be like, yeah, I've heard about the rivalry back in the day, but no one's really experienced that when Arsenal will come to Old Trafford and winning the league, you know, on that day, what that meant. And even us, for example, even recent times, you know, getting someone like Van Persie and then winning it,
Sanchez,
just for the next game, for you guys to give him a guard of honor like that. The new school fans might not feel the pain and the anger in any of that. Some people probably don't even know what that transfer actually meant to everyone else. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially to the Arsenal fans. But it's going to be an interesting one going into this game. Definitely both sets of fans. Even I'll throw in the new school fans in there as well. I don't think anyone wants to lose this one.
I don't think either team can afford to lose this one right now. I mean, you guys at the moment, I mean, the draw against Chelsea, you guys held out on that one. Could have had a win. Could have had a win if it wasn't for that pen. 3 points, and you could have broke.
Even if Fred chips the keeper properly, they were forced to force to someone else at the end. we could snatch it, but I think it was a
Could
fair
have,
result anyways.
it
But
could have been a different
yeah,
game, but still 1 point from Chelsea, the Chelsea that they are now. Not a bad result. I mean, Arsenal at the moment, I think in the last five, they're all wins except for the loss against Liverpool. We're in some decent form. We're in a decent run. I mean, Man United, not in the best of form. I think the last win you guys had was Tottenham. Would I be right?
yeah,
Was Tottenham, and you slapped them up. I mean, everyone's slapping Tottenham up, so you must have felt good about that. Slap them. So on present form at the moment, when we're looking at wins, losses, draws, yada, 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 Arsenal coming in here, I think they're head a little bit high, but I do believe that you guys, after that game in Chelsea, can also probably come in here a little bit G'd, a little bit ready for this game, and I think both teams are going to be on that level, so that way when they come in, we're going to see a decent game, man.
yeah. Hopefully it's an entertaining game. Both end to end stuff. We see. I know we all want a clean sheet, but let's see some goals. Let's make it entertaining a little bit. I mean, like you said, we both need the win, not even a draw. I don't think a draw helps anyone at the moment, especially for that push. Maybe more so Arsenal wouldn't mind a draw because it is at Old Trafford and you guys struggled to win in the last couple of seasons. I know you won last season there, but prior to that, it was 15 years or something without a win at Old Trafford. We always used to snatch it at the end or just that 1-0, Obviously, the 8-2 one comes to mind.
Oh yeah, but I mean, when you look at the last five outings, it ain't looking good for you guys. I mean, the last three, you guys haven't been able to. Yeah, but I mean, the last three, you guys weren't able to score. I know now though, and I told people, I say they weren't able to score then, and we had a makeshift defense, right? And you couldn't score then, but you guys weren't so top heavy, right? So now you guys are top heavy. You guys have got strike power. But the funny thing is, right, is we're the opposite. We've got a back line that's very much a brick wall with a decent goalkeeper. And I haven't seen a defence like this for Arsenal in years. So I think there's going to be a good battle there. Our defenders, your strikers, the likes of Rashford, the likes of Sancho. And of course, on our end, when we've got Martinelli, we've got Saka, depending who comes in, maybe a Lacazette, maybe an Aubameyang and an ESR. I think it's going to be a decent battle. But for me, I just want to see I don't know if the players, look, this is a question that I was going to ask you. Do you think these players that are on that pitch right now know how important this game is? Not when it just comes to the points, but the nostalgia, the meaning behind the game, the more to it sort of thing.
Yeah. Do you know what? I think it's more so if I quickly look at the squads, maybe some of the younger players, like more so, like some of the boys that have come through the academy. Even if you look at United, Ronaldo will know what this means.
Yeah.
Though he's an old school. He's been there when Man United and Arsenal were clashing that at the big games. I'm pretty sure, was he there? No, he wasn't there when there was a Van Nistelrooy incident, but he came after that. He's come after that, and he for Ronaldo, the Arsenal games were big too, but he scored some crucial goals for us in them games. Players like Rashford, Lingard might not play, but players like that know what this is about. What do you call it? David De Gea. David De Gea has been with us for 10 years or so now, so he knows what this kind of game means. I don't know if players like Maguire and
Bissaka,
Bissaka, and for them it could just be
another 3
it
points.
could just be another game, another 3 points. Cavani, I don't know if he's injured or what's wrong with him, but I don't think like Cavani's going to be Cavani. Cavani goes into every game like his life depends on it, so it doesn't really matter for him whether it's Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, or Brentford.
It's 100% or nothing.
100%. That's right. Do you know what I mean? Whether it's young boys, Villarreal, someone like Cavani is going in there. But players like Martial, Pogba, even Pogba was with us, but I know he's not playing in this game, but he hasn't really shown up.
Sort of empty.
Bruno, the criticism he gets, hasn't been performing in the big games or up against the bigger clubs. But does he know what this game feels? I know he's very passionate towards the game itself, but in terms of this fixture, I don't know. We'll see over time. He's just a new player. But other than that, bro, I only see the younger players. The ones like Rashford, Lingard, De Gea to an extent. That's about it, bro. I don't think Matic is. I know he was at Chelsea, and Arsenal and Chelsea have a thing as well, but I don't think it means that much to like someone like a
No.
Matic or even a McTominay or Fred. I don't look. They're gonna play. It's not like they're not gonna go in for the win, but just to go on that field and be like, you know what, it's on. Like Rashford's debut against Arsenal scored 2 goals. Lingard, I think, assisted one or both of them, because they know what this is about. So when it comes,
bragging rights. It's bragging rights.
That's right. But when I look at your team as well, I don't know if they've Saka, maybe if he plays, I'm not sure if he's going to play. But other than that, bro, like
you got your ESR, you got your Lacazette. These are the guys that know, like Lacazette's all.
Even Lacazette hasn't really been part of that era or close to that era.
No, but the energy, you know, the energy that Lacazette brings into a game, though, you can see the desire, the passion, much like a Cavani, where I'm coming in, I'm going to give it my all, I'm going to leave it all out in the pitch. And that's what I think both of us want to see in this game. We want to see 2 teams that are completely spent. Now, win, lose, or draw, we want to see these 2 teams go at each other for the sheer fact of, okay, if either one of us lose this game, we can at least say everything was left out in the pitch, every option was tried, the better team won. And that's what we want. We don't want to see lackluster performances, because these 2 teams, unfortunately, this season have been phenomenal 1 minute and shambolic the next. And hopefully in this match, we're not going to see the latter. That's one thing I don't want to see. I want to see some phenomenal football, but I want to see physicality, and I think I'm going to see that in this game. I'm looking at your team. I think we're going to see physicality. I do think. Now, I know I'm going to see it. I'm going to see it.
Who's playing on the hits?
Well, I'm telling you now, look, well, now I was talking physicality, and I'm talking about my man Gabriel. Now, Gabriel has just kicked the crap out of 2 guys trying to steal his Merc, you see. Now, if I'm Cristiano Ronaldo right now, I'm be looking at that thinking, I'm not going to try and steal his Merc. You know what I mean? I'm not going for Gabby's Merc. If I go for Gabby's Merc, that baseball bat is on.
Bro. Huh? Under that balaclava, Cavani or Rashford or someone underneath on the other end. You know,
it was Lingard. You know, he's been having a hard time with his pay packet, so he's going, look, I'm just going to go steal freaking Gabby's Merc. But Gabby came, mate. Gabby's got a bit of Kolasinac in him. You know what I mean? Like, you're coming for me, son. I'm coming for you.
The only hard hit that you'll probably see is a missed time challenge. Like I look at United squad, I'm like, who's putting in their hits? Like just no one's really putting in these challenges.
See, that's the thing.
Varane's not playing.
A cleaner, you're a cleaner team. You are a cleaner team.
It's like what, Fred's gonna make a bad tackle because it's gonna be mistimed, not because he's going into crunch, and it'll be
off a touch.
Like a Harry Maguire, he's back. Yeah. Well, we're gonna win now, definitely. Do you know what I mean?
I was gonna ask you about that.
when he got sent off the other week, he's mistouched that and he's dived in. He's taken up, like, that's what you're gonna see. I reckon there's gonna be more mistimed challenges that makes the game a bit dirtier than actual. I've won the ball and I've got you on the way in as well. But we're just so clumsy, bro. Both teams, we're just so clumsy at times. I know, like, don't get me wrong, some of the goals both teams have scored, like Saka's goal, the 1-2 pass is absolutely fantastic, but then the next minute we can't take a throw in. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. It's going to be hit and miss. And the way I see it, like, I know my boys have got that physicality. I've seen it. I've seen it in my defenders, and Ben White's starting to do a bit more. Gabriel's doing a bit more. I see them. Tomiyasu not as much. I think it's Japanese defender, very respectful, tries to get away with some nice stuff, you know what I mean? Doesn't want to get too argy-bargy. But I do believe that Arsenal have got, in the physical battle, when it comes to the cards, the bumping, the harrying, I think we've kind of changed roles. I think Arsenal's become more of the hard-hitting team. United's become more of the clean, crisp, trying to get through and get in the goal, and lowering cards, apart from McTominay, of course, but the rest of yours. The rest of your team keeps it clean as best they can. I mean, Cavani as well, a little bit if he starts.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Well, I don't even know who's going to start in my squad.
See, that's the thing.
But, I don't know who's going to start. I don't know. Obviously, you know, Ollie's not at the wheel anymore, Steve. So
not predictable anymore.
Unfortunately for you guys, you know, I predicted Arteta will get sacked first. You know, between the Ollie and Ollie.
So did I.
And Arteta hanging on, bro, hanging on. He's
Oh,
tuned up the carb. He's tuned up the carb.
mate.
He's galloping away, bro, at the moment. But
He's on a dyno, mate. He's pulling big horses, and now
the diesel in the petrol car, mate. Stalled it before he had to leave the driveway. But he's not here anymore, bro. So I don't know what team's going to be out there. Now we're hearing, and this is how
speculation.
How fantastic my club works. This. You're bringing in Ralph Radnick, and you know how much they've planned.
They've planned just as much as my lot did with Arteta. Yeah, keep going.
This guy needs to get some sort of I don't know whether it's permits, because he hasn't coached in the last 12 months. That he needs to get. There needs to be some sort of ticket or whatever, because the football director role, it's not the same as a manager or a coach ticket or a license or whatever.
So it requires some more these credentials have to be up to date. Yeah.
Yeah, so now that something has to be submitted for through FIFA or UEFA, I don't know, whatever it might be, or the Premier League or whatever whoever has to see this paperwork. And it's like, bro, what's wrong with you guys? You knew if you guys planned ahead, you'll know you would have got all this shit done. Like when we signed Marcus Rojo, bro, these guys are wondering, when's this guy gonna start playing? Like, how come he's not in the country yet? And then it took someone like in the office, and by office I mean probably like in the the people that saw the jerseys office, not actual board, said, oh yeah, this guy's got a court case because he had a punch on with his neighbor. And like no one
GBH. He's on GBH.
no one's looking into this. No one's looking into this when you're signing players or signing managers, that there needs to be some paperwork done. Get him in now, or at least get the paperwork ready now. So if we do go for him, he's in and he's on the touchline. Now what? I'm not sure if he's, and it's very, like, it's not even clear what's happening. It's like he can be at the stadium, so he can sit fucking 2 rows back, but he can't be on the bench because he doesn't got a work permit. Like, bro, like so he's gonna be carried. Do you remember?
Oh my god.
Where
Arsene Wenger was. Yep.
Is this the right spot?
Yeah.
I think that's where Radnick's in this game.
God help you. Like
our club is just run so stupid at the moment. So I don't even know what's going to happen with that situation. Who's picking the team? Is it Carrick again? Obviously, Carrick's going to be on the touchline, but
of course,
in terms of who's leading it, who's picking it, is he going to be there? So I'm even hearing it could be up to December 12th that he's allowed to coach.
You're kidding me, mate.
My club's finished. Bro.
This is becoming a shambles. Like we've been, as Arsenal fans, been complaining about the way our club's been run, and we got run into the ground. But it seems like all of a sudden, Man United are slowly. You guys are trying to chase. You want that title? It's like no. You guys aren't shit. We can do it better. Watch this.
But that's the thing. At least if you want to take a positive out of this, they're bringing in someone like Ralph Radnick, that's
with experience,
footballing, actually has a footballing brain, and all these guys, the bankers, can just step aside, bro. Just fuck off at the moment. Let this guy run the club. Let him see how we go. But in terms of this game against Arsenal, it'll be interesting to see when that lineup comes out, to see who, if it's influenced by him, or is it just going to be Fred McTominay and this player, that player. Like, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that.
Are you worried that Maguire might start in this game? I wanted to ask that. Now, I've come down hard on Maguire for some of the shit that he's pulled, because I think that he doesn't deserve a start. And I think the last game that you guys had with Eric Bailly in the defence, you looked better. Now, I'm wondering, does Eric Bailly, in your opinion, I'm not saying that what's going to happen, in your opinion, would you rather Eric Bailly than Maguire in the back line?
Yeah, look, first of all, I won't be surprised if Maguire is in the squad straight away. I definitely won't be, because
it's predictable, just like Aubameyang.
Obviously, he's the captain, for whatever it's worth, he's the captain. But at the same time, bro, he's been out of form. And for me, the club, the last couple of seasons, and this season especially, I don't know whether it's Ollie, or you have to look at the manager because he picks the team.
Of course.
They're rewarding failure, bro. You know what I mean? Players are not having good games, but you keep picking them. And then the players that are working hard in training, and you hear things from the other players saying, oh yeah, this guy's great in training. Don is phenomenal in training. This player's Cavani's phenomenal. This player's phenomenal. And where are they? They're not starting. And then when it comes to Maguire, he hasn't been in the best of form. He's made so many mistakes. Whether it's his fault for being rushed into the squad, not fully fit, that you look at the manager there, but he also has to put his hand up and
Yep.
say, "Oh,
Boss, I'm not
I'm
good.
not ready." Yeah, look, I'm not ready. Let the boys do the believe. Like as a captain, have a bit of a trust in your team. Just say,
Yes.
you know what, Bailly can do the job. Lindelof can do the job, even though deep down you don't think so. You rather put them out there that are fully fit than you 50%. And we saw that Leicester game,
Of course.
how it all went wrong,
Oh,
right? And even like the way he got carved up against Liverpool and
yeah.
all these games, it's like, come on, man. But I won't be surprised if he does start. But yeah, 100%. Bailly, Lindelof. I'm not sure what's happening with
Look, sure.
Luke Shaw. Not too sure there, but
Maybe a rest.
I'll go with Tellers. Well, I don't know, he wasn't even on the bench the last game, so he could have an injury.
Might have a
He
knock.
struggles. He's another one. He's another one that struggles to stay fit and in shape. I'll go with Tellez. Even though he's not the best defending, but going forward he's pretty decent. Obviously, Wan-Bissaka in the back line, but it will be interesting if Maguire does play. I won't be surprised. I don't think he deserves it. I think Bailly, bro, you gotta give him credit, and you gotta give the players opportunities when they play well. So yeah, bro. In terms of that, I think Bailly for me. If I was picking the team, I'll put him in definitely. And it won't just be for this game, Steve.
Yeah, and I was going to say the same thing. You'd want to play him there for a while.
Palace, yeah. Will be for Crystal Palace, and then if there's, I think they could. I don't know if there's FA Cup. FA Cup next, not yet next year, but Champions League against Young Boys. Throw Maguire in. We're already through top of the group. We're already through. Here you go.
You got nothing
Here's
to
your
lose.
chance now to redeem yourself. We got nothing to lose. Maguire, you're in. Work now. Fight for your spot back. Other than that, we shouldn't be rewarding failure. Very similar to some of the players in your squad too, bro. Where it just feels like just because you got an armband and you got a title and you got your bank or your paycheck is a bit bigger than everyone else's, that you're entitled to start.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, it's not the case, and we see with Manchester City, we see with maybe not so much with Liverpool when it comes to salaries, but Chelsea, if you're not doing well,
you're on the bench.
Sit down next to me. Yeah, so.
Yeah, that's right. And that's the thing with Arsenal as well. We've got a similar problem with our captain. I still think he's a good striker. I just think he's out of form, and I think he needs to be sitting down. But unfortunately, we both know that he'll start, just like Maguire will more than likely start. Man, to be perfectly honest, man, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I still think that Arsenal will not lose this game. I still think that Arsenal will either get a draw or a win in this game. Now, I ain't changing that. That's staying right there. And I could ask you. Do you actually really believe that you guys can win this game? In your heart, deep down inside.
No, I do. No, that's it. I do. Like, regardless, you put bias aside, I believe United going into any game, United can pull it off. Even against Liverpool, going into that game against Liverpool, where we got absolutely destroyed, there was always a thing of
there's a chance, but then all of a sudden it all goes.
Yeah, it depends what United team rocks up. If it's a United, then we get a result. But then if it's a United, then that happens to us. You know what I mean? And then you go into the City game when you're like, oh yeah, Ollie's probably beaten Pep the most out of any other manager.
Yeah. He had a good run against him. He did. That's right. He did.
And so you go into these games and you're like, oh, he's got the upper hand. I don't know, maybe. But in terms of this game now, I'm hoping that I don't know, bro. I'm hoping some tactics have changed. I'm hoping that the players have realized that, you know what, bro, it wasn't just Ollie's fault that he's not here. We got to take the blame. Because these frauds, right, Steve? These frauds of my players come out after every game and apologize to the fans. Fuck your apology.
What am I want 3 points.
We know we know we need to do better. Don't come out and tell me, oh, we make the same mistakes every week. We fucking know. We wake up at what time, Steve? 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I say that. I know what mistakes you're making. We've been calling the mistakes that you've been making, but you obviously haven't. You're
Precisely.
coming out on social media and you're apologizing. Fuck your apologies. Show me on the field. I want the 3 points. If you don't get the 3 points, give me a performance worth being proud of. You lost, but you know what? You guys gave it everything.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's what we want.
And that's right. That's all we want. But going into this game, I'm hoping now, someone has flicked the switch and be like, yo, we need to wake up. Because the way they woke up in the Champions League, Ronaldo heard the first 3 seconds of the Europa League tune and he's like, fuck this. Bang, bang, let's get these goals. So maybe these guys got to, because we're almost hearing the conference music tune, which is the same as the Europa League, but they're going to start hearing that in the stadium and be like, bro, if we want Champions League football, we need to start winning these games, because at the moment, Arsenal are in front of us. If we want to make top 4, this is the team that we need to beat. Not Crystal Palace next week. Obviously, yes, we need to win.
Of course, you need points against every team, my friend. Every team.
Yeah, but in terms of who's going to be thereabouts, at the moment, Arsenal's there. So we got to beat the teams that are in front of you. But in terms of getting the result, I believe we can, bro. And like on the predictions and all that we did on my channel, I said 2-0. I'm gonna stick with the 2-0. I said Sancho and Bruno, but I got a feeling Ronaldo might score, because if he scores, this is his 800th career goal, bro. And it will be a great way to get it. If even if it's a winner, it will be fantastic. So Bruno or Ronaldo to score for me, but I think Sancho's been actually really good for us the last couple of games, and I hope he continues that form into this game. And what a game to get another goal and have a good performance. And Arsenal, he's done it against Chelsea. Let's back it up. You did it in the Champions League, but let's back it up now against Arsenal. Feed them balls in. Create, be that danger player that you cost 75 million. That's why we bought you.
Show me your worth.
For that reason.
Of course, you want to see the worth of the player, and of course, every player that's going to be out there needs to show their worth. From Emil Smith Rowe to Bukayo Saka if he starts, to Gabriel Martinelli, who might be pulled into this team. And if Gabriel Martinelli is pulled into this team, I do believe he's going to be trying to do something in this game as well, something to prove. Now, we both got players that shouldn't be there. These players are all going to have something to prove. They have to. And even Nuno Tavares, that after that Liverpool game, he wants to come in and say, I did it in Newcastle. I'm going to do it here again. So this is why I think this game could be a physical battle. It could be a back and forth, and it could be an exciting game. And that's what we want. And I think both teams have to come in charging and not holding back and just going as a slugfest, mate.
Yeah, even with the United players, they need to prove to the new manager that I'm the guy.
Before he says, see you later.
Anyway, yeah, that's right. Don't look at anyone in January. Don't look at anyone on the bench. Don't look at the reserves. I'm the guy. Show me now. Show me. There's no more excuses. I said it this season, even when we didn't sign Ronaldo yet, I said there's no more excuses for Oli. There's no more excuses for these players. They all sign contracts at the club. Do a fucking interview. Do an interview, on MUTV. Oh, I'm here to win trophies. We're here to bring trophies for the fans. Well, what the fuck are you guys doing then? Have a look at yourselves. You're giving me that. Don't sign here and say, I'm here to, the club, I'm here at the biggest club. Yeah, fantastic. We all know that. All this whole PR spin. Bro, we're here to win trophies, and show me you're here to win trophies.
Of course.
But Europa League, what happened last season? You just bottled it against, it was a fucking tapping against Villarreal to beat that team. And you just couldn't do that. He's all rocking up saying, I'm here to win trophies. Show me, bro. Pogba's been here for 6 years. What? You haven't even sniffed the Premier League trophy. You don't even know what it looks like. So these are the things that I've had enough with these players, with their social media games and their
they need to be weeded out. They need to be weeded out.
Or weeded out, or bro, show me that what you're saying, you can walk the walk, not just talk the talk. Everyone can finger type, be a fucking, what do you call it, bro? Internet heroes. I'm the blah, 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 got the keyboard ready, got my typewriters out. But bro, show me on the field. Show me on the field.
All those training session goals go on top bins. They're all nice in training. Yeah. Show me these goals in the game, please. Show me these goals in the game. I don't want to see them in training. You know what I mean? Training is all fun and is all shits and giggles, if you know what I mean. Look, honestly, guys, I think Arsenal's going to get away with this one. I got a feeling we could get away, but you know what? It's going to be tight, and it depends on both clubs and how they're going to come into this game, and these teams how they're going to come into this game. Let's be honest. On paper, you guys have got a great squad, but I just don't believe that Man United are a team yet. Now, with Ragnick coming in, he's going to turn them into a team. I just don't believe they are functioning as a team. They're functioning as individuals. And individually, they are wonderful players. We can only presume that as a team, they would be better. And to be honest, if you guys do lose this game, I hate to say it, but the gap between you guys and 4th or 5th will become, wow, about 8 points. Now, I think that's
have to win the Champions League then, bro.
That's when you're going to have to. I think, I hate to say it, but I think it might be where Man United might say, there's not much of a point, because if it's 8 points between us and 4th, the gap between us and Chelsea or Liverpool is even bigger. You might have to focus on the Champions League alone, but that's neither here or there.
The positive is that it's still early in the season. 8 points, you can still crawl back, because remember Arsenal still got to play everyone else again, right? Of course. And you guys up against the big teams, we all know what the results were with Arsenal and the big teams. I'm not gonna say.
It's not like, you guys weren't much better, but you know what? You never know what can happen.
That's right. We weren't much better, but like, and then not to mention some of the smaller clubs that Nick points off us as well.
Both teams.
Look at that. But you said we're individually, we got individual players, but we're not a team. But that's where I think Arsenal need to worry, because United this season are moments FC. We have one moment in a game and it's game over for the opposition. We could have like against, for example, West Ham, where it's 1-1. Lingard comes on. We have one moment. Besides, in the second half, he puts a top corner. We have how many times have we do it in the Champions League where we've been out of the game against teams like Atalanta, and then bang bang 2 goals, and we ended up getting the result. Last minute wins. So it's more so for me. It's not about a team. Obviously, a team performance.
You want a team performance, I think.
You want a team performance, but at the same time, we've been getting away with it for so long by just having individual brilliance and moments in games where that, like with Ronaldo, bro, it's half a chance he scored.
Of course.
The thing. That's what for me. If you give him a chance, it's a goal. So, like, I go into games, I'm like, bro, we're already a goal up, or we already have a goal because we have Ronaldo. Now, people can talk to me about pressing, and he doesn't press this and doesn't do that. They can go look at the 96 minute against Chelsea and tell me where Ronaldo was, almost fucking in goals. Give him a pair of gloves, and he's our keeper. So, this doesn't faze me about pressing and all these sort of things. But I think moments, it could be for United where it takes that one moment. Arsenal can be all over us, like that season where Sanchez had a million shots that season. David De Gea turned into Superman, picking him out every corner. But United had a few chances, bang bang, and we got the goals, and it was all over for Arsenal. So I don't think it's because we don't play as a team or as a unit, but it's just that I think for Arsenal could be worrying is that the moments that we have. That's for me. That's why I'm clinging on to, bro. Because other than that, we ain't got shit, to be honest.
I think you guys have got. I look at your front line, and I think top heavy. I think your midfield, like I said in our preview on your channel, it could be maybe us by a bit, but you could flip a coin on it. Defensively, of course, I think Arsenal are better defensively. And when it comes to the goalkeeper, we could swap either goalkeeper and it'd be the same shit. I mean, both goalkeepers are in wonderful form. Doesn't matter, respectively. David De Gea might have conceded A, B, or C, but I still rate that particular goalkeeper. Look, to be honest, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. My man, Borche, Man United man, loving his team, hyping him up. Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm saying Gabriel, smashing him. Ben White, smashing him. I reckon we just keep on smashing him. And we never know what we're going to see, you know what I mean? But I still think the physical battle is a big key factor in trying to get your players off their game. But I do believe Arsenal have been more physical in this game. Now, look, cards come into it, blah, blah, blah. But as an Arsenal fan, I think draw or win. As a United fan, you say, we're doing this because I'm a United man and we're going to win it regardless. But Borche, I respect that. You're a United fan. I don't respect you, but I respect you. I don't respect your team, but I respect you. All right? It's all love, 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 love.
That's for another podcast because that's debatable, right?
Oh, here we go. We're not debating that. We ain't got all night, right? But it's going to be an Arsenal win, all right, guys, because United can't do it. Borges is going to have to live with it. It's all right. They're going to go on to play Champions League. We don't give a shit. I'm going to wrap this up. Aussie Gooner, to everyone out there, it's Uru, guys. Uru.